Shri Gauranga Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura BhaktiVinode Jayo Radhe Jayo Krishna Jayo Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Reading from chapter 33 of the Jaiva Dharma, a description of Radha and the Sakhis in a chapter called Madhurya Ras. Vijay Kumar asks, O Prabhu, please purify and fill my contaminated ears with rasa by speaking the glories of Shri Radha. O, I am surrendered unto you. Gopal Guru Goswami says, O Vijay, Radha is the Sarup of Mahabhav. Sarup means the very form of loving devotion to Krishna in the highest sense, Mahabhav. She is the best in all qualities. She is superior to Chandravali in all respects. She is described as Gandharva. In the Gopal Tapani Upanishad, it is stated, Madhava's brilliance increases with Radha. And in the Padma Purana, Narada says that Krishna is fond of Radha's kund as much as he is fond of her. Meaning that anything that is identified with Radha, he loves. So because her kund is identified with her, this is Radha's kund, then Krishna loves that. This is Radha's kund. This is her place, her bathing place. So anything identified with Radha, Krishna loves, because he loves Radharani so much. Radhika, therefore, is dearer to Krishna than all the other gopis. Why should this not be? What is this Radha Tattva? The greatest Hladini Shakti is superior to all other Shaktis, and Radha is the essence of that Hladini Shakti. Hladini means that pleasure-giving potency. There is no one who gives greater pleasure to Krishna than Radharani. Therefore, she is the topmost. The idea of service is giving pleasure to that person whom we render service to, or whom we are offering our love. We want to see they are pleased, that they are happy. And no one makes Krishna happier than Radharani. Therefore, there are those who fall in the line of Srimati Radharani, we'll hear about that are her Sakhis. They assist her because they know that Krishna is pleased with whatever Radharani does. So Vijay Kumar says, oh, this is an astonishing tattva. What is Radha Sarup? What is the very form of Srimati Radharani? Gopal Guru says, Radhika is the epitome of the highest beauty. She is the daughter of Vrishabhanu. Like Krishna, she has unlimited potencies. Among them, 25 qualities are considered the most prominent. She is beautiful, number one. Possesses new youth. Has fickle glances, which charms Krishna as her eyes dart here and there. Has a bright smile, beautiful lines of fortune on her hands and her feet. Oh, a fragrance that frenzies Krishna. If he even gets a whiff, carried by the wind, Krishna goes into a swoon. A fragrance that frenzies Krishna. She is skillful at singing. She has a pleasant voice, also expert at joking. She is humble and compassionate, sly, clever, shy, respects proper conduct, is patient, inscrutable, coy, manifests thirst for Krishna with the highest state of Mahabhav in the abode of Prem in Gokul. She has illustrious fame, is the object of great affection from her elders. Everyone in Vrindavan actually loves Radharani. We'll say even at least as much as Krishna, maybe even more. She has illustrious fame, is the object of great affection from elders, is controlled by affection of her friends. She is the chief of Krishna's beloveds, and she has the power to constantly control Krishna. She has that sway or that power over Krishna even, that she can manipulate him to her heart's desire. Of course, that is all in great transcendental fun. Vijay Kumar says, "Oh, Radha's form and qualities are inconceivable. By her mercy alone, they can be realized." Goswami says, "What more can I say about her form and qualities? Even Krishna himself is bewildered at all times upon seeing her form and her qualities. What can compare to them?" Vijay Kumar says, "Oh, Prabhu, please now tell me something about Radha's Sakhis." In Radha's group, which is the best of all, they're all beautiful women decorated with all good qualities, who all have the power to completely attract Krishna. The 8 Parma Preshta Sakhis are Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Champakalata Tungavidya, Induleka, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. They are considered the best of all, most intimately connected with Radharani, Parma Preshta Sakhis. By the influence of the highest level of praying for Radha and Krishna, these 8 sometimes show more affection for Radha and sometimes show more affection for Krishna. Their leanings go either way, as the mood is such. So sometimes they're completely dedicated. Whatever Radharani wants, will arrange for that, or whatever Krishna wants, they may side with that. So they love Radha and they love Krishna, we'll say equally. Goswami says, "The women of Gokul accept Krishna as the son of Nanda. Their emotional gestures arise from that conviction. This is hard to understand, not only for logicians, but even for devotees. As the son of Nanda, his majestic aspect is generally not visible because of the great amount of sweetness. Being identified with as the son of Nanda means we understand Krishna as the very form of sweetness over the form of majesty. And that is the uniqueness of Gokul. That here, Krishna manifests the epitome of sweetness in his transcendental 2-hand form playing the flute. When Krishna revealed his 4-armed form once as a joke, the gopis had no respect for it. There was a time when Krishna was hiding himself. They were kind of playing a hide-and-seek thing. And Krishna was hiding, so he hid up behind his 4-hand form. They didn't care. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Most people would bow down, and this is Narayan. Let us pay our respects. Narayan, the Supreme Personality. But they're totally absorbed. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? In the presence of Radha, that 4-armed form disappeared. Krishna could not maintain it. He was standing there in his 4-armed form. But when Radha came, he was shaking and came back to his transcendental 2-handed form. So that 4-armed form disappeared, and the 2-armed Krishna appeared. This is the result of the bhav generated from Radha's deep parakya ras. That Krishna, in one sense, can't maintain his own composure in the presence of Radharani. She completely steals his heart. Vijay Kumar says, "Oh Prabhu, by your boundless mercy, as the spiritual rasa enters into my mind, I also think that you must be a woman of Braj." In other words, I'm seeing you in that way, O Gurudev. I do not know where my concept of being a male in the material world has gone. I am most anxious to know of the different bhavs of the heroines. It is described that at the time of initiation, that the devotee's body is spiritualized. The removal of karmas takes place and the body becomes spiritualized, and we are given a seva deha, a body for rendering service to Krishna. So generally in this material world, we also see the seva deha of the spiritual master. and that form we meditate upon. It is described that in the early morning hours, when one wakes and one calls out for the Lord and then purifies themselves with taking bath and placing tilak on and so forth, one should meditate upon the spiritual master. And it is described that as we see the spiritual master in his worldly form, we'll say, the form that is manifested within this world, we should also meditate that now I have been given the spiritual body for service to both Guru and Krishna, and meditate upon our own form with tilak and neck beads and like that. But as one enters into the service of the spiritual master, and that is actually said to be done in in Navadvip Dham, one should meditate that the spiritual master is seated at the feet of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, like that. Shri Gauranga, because we're under the shelter of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is seen that in Navadvip, I see my spiritual master like this in his Seva Deha present form. But as we enter into that Seva, and thinking of that body that a spiritual master has awarded us with, not the karmic body, but the Seva body, this body that we can actually enter into service of both Guru and Krishna, then a miraculous thing happens that gradually we see the spiritual form of the spiritual master and gradually understand our own natural spiritual swarup. So this is of course takes some time and purification, but this is the mystical process of Krishna consciousness. So in this way, it is described that even the spiritual master's body is seen to be completely spiritual, as we should see he is 10% engaged in Krishna's seva, Radharani's seva. So therefore, even at the time of his departure, sometimes that body is placed into a samadhi or in the ground with some marker or something, and then it is described that many of the devotees who go and pray before their spiritual master, or even those spiritual masters of the past, the samadhis and so forth of Rupa Goswami, all there within Vrindavan, that inspiration comes from them. And sometimes even within a dream or something, when they get some instruction or spiritual guidance like that. So in this way, one should understand that this spiritual master is one who engages us in the service of Srimati Radharani, in the service of Krishna. So we see the spiritual master in the same light, that in the group of Srimati Radharani, this may also be, there's a subject matter of the spiritual master may be also from the cowherd community, but also related in some way. And that's another subject matter. But in this way, we see that we are being drawn into the divine service of Srimati Radharani, because she is the pinnacle of loving service to Krishna. Therefore, we should serve those who love Krishna. That is the whole principle of Krishna consciousness. Vijay Kumar says, "Oh Prabhu, by your boundless mercy, as spiritual rasa enters my mind, I think that you are also a woman of Braj. So I also desire to attain that bhav of a gopi. I cannot be active in the proper way. Thus I have come as an inquirer at your feet in order to serve Krishna, having noticed that bhav in you. So, understanding your mood, I desire to also come to you and learn the ways of devotion as you express within your own heart." Goswami says, in front of Krishna, we see that the gopis are engaged in various ways. One of the ways is to convey messages to Krishna, expressing their loving sentiment towards Krishna. They may do this by cracking of the fingers, hastily covering the body, riding on the ground with their toes, scratching the ear, applying tilak. In other words, signs that they are thinking of Krishna, and sometimes even expressing that in subtle ways to Krishna. Decorating oneself, moving the eyebrows, embracing a friend, beating upon a friend, biting the lips, stringing necklaces and garlands, making the ornaments tinkle, showing the shoulders, writing Krishna's name, twining a creeper around a tree, showing it in the sense of like embracing Krishna, that we want to embrace. So they show subtle signs of their desires for Krishna. Signals sent from the eyes can be seen. Smiling eyes, flirtatious eyes, in other words, half-closed eyes, wandering glances, contracting glances, crooked glances, glancing to the left, and repeated glances. They all act as messengers. They're called dutis, messengers of love. In this way, they serve Krishna in many ways, the gopis of Braj. But they send out their messengers to indicate their loving expressions towards Krishna. Goswami says, those who are faithful to the end of their life in service, who are affectionate and who are skillful at words, are known as the commissioned messengers among the cowherd women. So sometimes the newer devotees are engaged in, this is within the transcendental land of Braj, but they're trained in loving service, that go send Krishna this message, that we want to meet with him like this. There are many ways that Krishna may receive messages from the gopis of Braj, that they are thinking of him, inclined towards him, wanting to meet with him. There are artisans and fortune tellers, ascetics and servants, nurses, presiding deities of the forest. All the Sakhis, the friends, are counted among messengers that assist them in sending their message of love to Krishna. Artisans, such as painters, may cause a meeting by drawing a picture, indicating something through a picture. A fortune teller produces a meeting between that particular gopi and Krishna by making astrological predictions that you should go here in the midnight hour and this particular grove and like that. This will be auspicious for you. There are ascetics, such as Purnamasi, who also act as messengers. Sakhis, who are servants, like Lavanga Manjari and Bhanumati, who act as messengers. Sometimes Radha's nurse will act as a messenger. The forest deities, who preside over Vrindavan, also act as messengers, producing flowers and different signals towards to Krishna and the gopis, where to meet. The Sakhis previously mentioned are all messengers. These friends, as messengers, communicate to the hero and to the heroine, either by direct words or by suggestions, with the use of wordplay, change of meaning, praise, or harsh words. Vijay Kumar said, hearing all this, fell at his guru's feet, offering respects with heart overwhelmed. He couldn't say anything. He just took his leave. Thinking of these subjects, he then went to his residence. Vijay Kumar hastily then ate prasad the next morning, and wandering on the shore of the ocean, went to Kashi Mishra's house. Seeing the waves and the whirlpools of the ocean, the bhav of the ocean of Ras began to appear in his mind. He thought, the ocean arouses my bhav, increases my transcendental sentiment towards Krishna. Though the ocean is made of gross matter, it is uncovering my secret spiritual bhav. The ocean of Ras that my Guru has explained to me is like this. When I discard my gross and subtle bodies, I also will taste ras, while sitting on the shore with the swarup, or the form of a manjari. Krishna, endowed with the complexion of a fresh cloud, is the only Lord of my life. This in itself is a prayer. Krishna, O you who are endowed with the complexion of a fresh cloud, you are the only Lord of my life. That's a wonderful prayer in meditation. The daughter of Brishabhanu next to him is the mistress of my life. One can meditate. You are the Lord of my life, and sitting next to you is Srimati Radharani. She is the mistress of my life. And the transformations of affection for Radha and Krishna are like this ocean. Watching the ocean and seeing the waves coming in and all the whirlpools, and I can see they're like messengers to me about the nature of that love for Radha and Krishna. Sometimes we can see the world itself gives us messages about the nature of the divine. If we're in tune with nature, we can see these messages. The transformations of affection for Radha and Krishna are this ocean, and all the bhavs of ras are the waves. When a bhav rises and becomes a variegated wave, I, a Sakhi, situated on the shore, float in the ras of prem. The ocean of ras is Krishna. Thus the ocean has his color, as he's looking at the ocean. This is the color of Krishna. The waves of prem in the ocean are Radha, sometimes white in complexion, those waves. Thus the waves of the ocean are white. The towering waves are the Sakhis, the small waves are the servants of the Sakhis. I am one among them, a servant of a servant, thrown on the shore. Thinking in this way, Vijay Kumar became happy. After some time, he came to his external consciousness. He kind of fell into this trance of just watching the ocean and all the waves like this. He fell into this trance. Then gradually waking up from that, after some time he came to his external consciousness and slowly went to the feet of his Guru. Offering respects, he humbly sat down. Goswami embraced him and said, "Oh, you have come today on your own." And Vijay Kumar said, "Yes, Prabhu. Your mercy is the cause of my good fortune. I want to know more now of the different Sakhis in order that I may follow them." We'll stop at this point. Jai Gaur Premanandi Haribol. Jai Jai Shri Shri Radhesha.